Professor, do you agree with me here that there seems to be a direct contradiction between two ministers about what the problem is while we're in the midst of crippling load shedding?
Good evening to you and the viewers. Yes, I do agree that the two ministers seem to disagree with each other. But I think the main issue here at hand is the fact that we have the aging coal power stations. And I think Minister Mantashe has downplayed that part, that aspect to a greater extent. So we have the aging coal power stations that need to be decommissioned. If we listen to most of the reasons for load shedding, for instance, as we speak now, we have a load shedding because some of the power stations, some boilers tubes have ruptured. They've got all sorts of challenges. About 15,000 megawatts is off that due to unplanned maintenance. And then we have about 5,000 megawatts, close to 5,000 megawatts that's off due to planned maintenance. So if we are to accept that explanation from Eskom that about 15,000 megawatts is off due to unplanned maintenance, which is basically breakdown. It's like driving an old car. Every now and then it will break down and you need to tow it to the nearest mechanic and fix it and then move with it and then it breaks down again. But however, having said that, I like what I'm seeing now. And I like most of what Minister Mantashe has said in his announcement for this bid window 5, especially if you look at the price, because that's the main driver in terms of the energy supply, going down to 49 cents per kilowatt hour and 47 cents per kilowatt hour. That's very encouraging, and it's something that we've been saying as experts in the field, that renewable energy prices are going down with time. All we need to see is speedy introduction of this renewable energy systems online. And I also like the fact that he already announced bid window 6. And I hope that he keeps to his word on that.
Well, the Minister Mantashe has been accused in the past of delaying renewables, maybe being attached to coal. And then let's look again at the timing. A journalist asked another minister, Pravin Gordhan, last night, saying we know that not a watt of energy has been added to the grid since 2019. I think in fairness to Minister Gordhan, he did say, well, some wind energy has been added. But Minister Mantashe taking umbrage with that statement that not a wattage has been added, saying, in fact, bid window 4 was in 2018, so we've had a lot of energy added to the grid. Was he making excuses, or is it fair enough? Have the bid windows opened up quickly enough to add watts to the grid in time for our crucial time of need?
I think if I have to look at the way Minister Mantashe has implemented the IRP, he has done much better, I must say, compared to before 2017. Because you remember that we had that break where there was a bit of policy uncertainty. And when President Ramaphosa took over, he then sped up the signing of those 27 projects that were kept at bay when the previous administration was pushing the nuclear deal. So I think he has done quite well so far. He has missed in terms of the timing here and there, but I mean, we can forgive him for that because there's quite a number of aspects at play. And he has also tried to bring in the risk mitigation procurement, which was not properly done. And really, we can't blame the minister on that. It's more on the official side because he gets more of advice from the official side. If he keeps going the way he's doing, I think in the next 2 to 3 years or 36 to 40 months, like he was saying, load shedding will be the thing of the past. We will have enough energy in the grid. I just hope that out of the bid windows 5 and 6, we've got some battery storage that's accompanying the megawatts that will be coming online.
Well, let's go back to the statement that was made by a journalist last night and was generally agreed to by Minister Gwede, that not much had been added to the grid since 2019. The minister tonight, Mantashe, was talking about a lot of different wattage figures. I think he mentioned specifically since 2019, 6,859 megawatts have been added to the grid. Just give us a sense of the scale of those megawatts, what sort of difference they are making to our position right now, which remains pretty bleak.
So the 6,855 megawatts is what has been added since the beginning of the government procurement program. That share, it translates to about plus or minus 6% of the overall contribution to our energy needs in the country. And the CSIR at some point undertook some studies that concluded that if it was not for these 6,855 megawatts, load shedding could have been worse than what we're seeing now. In other words, renewable energy has contributed tremendously in avoiding load shedding. So the other aspect is that the country has already, what we're seeing now with the change in the price is because of the fact that the country has already kind of paid the school fees. When we started with the program way back in 2013, 2014, we were paying very high prices because the industry was not yet matured. So now the industry is maturing. All we need now is not to break the pace. We need to keep going so that we can the price of energy can continue to go down. So since 2019, we don't have much that has come online because the last bid window was in 2018. These projects take about 2 to 3 years to build, and they've got about 6 to 7 months where they need to be looking for money, which is basically they need to be looking for finance. But a little bit of the megawatts has come online since 2018.